Russia is a country of fascinating contrasts. On the one hand, its territorial grandeur stretches across the continents, carrying with it a rich culture, deep traditions, and a history marked by resilience. On the other hand, there is a silent reality that many are unaware of. Millions of Russian women simply cannot find love. It seems strange, doesn't it? In a country where female beauty and intelligence are widely recognized, why do so many women remain single, waiting for a relationship that seems increasingly distant? Behind this question, there are surprising factors that go far beyond the obvious. The population imbalance between men and women, social pressures, and even changes in the mentality of the new generation draw an unexpected scenario. While some dream of romantic love, others face a harsh reality where the options are simply not within reach. And believe me, this situation does not only affect women, it reveals deep aspects of Russian society that few outsiders know. Today, let's dive into this reality and find out what life is like in Russia for those women who seek love, but often find only silence. Let's understand what makes the landscape of relationships in Russia so different, what challenges Russian women face, and why this situation continues to worsen over time. If you want to know Russia beyond the stereotypes, see Russia as it really is, and understand the impact of this reality on the lives of millions of people. Already subscribe to the channel, enjoy this video, and activate notifications. Now, get ready for a revealing journey through Russia that no one shows you. The paradox of loneliness in Russia. Russia, one of the world's vastest and most culturally rich countries, harbors a rarely discussed reality. Millions of Russian women simply cannot find a partner. At first glance, this seems hard to believe. After all, Russia is globally known for the beauty and sophistication of its women. Many are highly educated, independent, and possess a worldview that blends tradition and modernity. Yet, at the same time, they face a silent challenge and impasse that seems to make the formation of stable and fulfilling relationships nearly impossible. The answer to this phenomenon lies in a combination of social, historical, and cultural factors that have shaped Russia over the years. One of the main reasons is the population imbalance. Since the past century, Russia has experienced a significant disparity between the number of women and men. Wars, economic crises, and even less healthy lifestyles among Russian men have contributed to this gap. Today, in many regions of Russia, there are significantly more women than men, making the love market highly competitive and frustrating for those seeking a suitable partner. Moreover, Russian society's mentality plays a crucial role in this dynamic. Russia still retains many remnants of a traditional mindset where men hold a certain status of superiority in relationships. This creates a scenario in which many Russian men do not feel pressured to commit, while women face social expectations to marry and start a family at an early age. This contrast generates constant frustration, as women feel they must put in excessive effort to maintain relationships, whereas men seem to have countless options without the need for real commitment. But the problem does not end there. In recent years, with globalization and the digitalization of relationships, many Russian women have started seeking alternatives outside of Russia. Dating apps, social media, and the growing influence of Western culture have led some Russian women to try finding love in other countries. However, this search is not always successful, and many end up trapped in a cycle of unmet expectations and constant disappointments. What seemed like a solution becomes just another factor that intensifies the feeling of loneliness and uncertainty about the future. The challenges of love in modern Russia. While the world moves toward an era of greater equality and freedom in relationships, Russia still faces challenges that hinder this evolution. One of the biggest problems is the weight of traditional culture, which places immense pressure on Russian women to conform to a specific standard of femininity and behavior. From an early age, many Russian girls are taught that their value is directly linked to their ability to find a husband and build a family. This belief, passed down from generation to generation, creates a sense of urgency and, often, desperation in the search for love. On the other hand, the reality for men in Russia is entirely different. Russian culture allows men more freedom to postpone commitments and enjoy life without the same social pressure. With a much larger number of women available, many Russian men become demanding, selective, and, in some cases, even non-committal. This results in intelligent, successful women who are interested in serious relationships being ignored or discarded not because they lack anything, but simply because men do not feel the need to commit. Another factor contributing to this relationship crisis is the economic and social instability that Russia has faced for decades. Although Moscow and St. Petersburg offer career opportunities and a more cosmopolitan lifestyle, many regions in Russia still struggle with low wages, limited growth opportunities, and poor infrastructure. For many Russian women, finding a partner also means securing a more financially stable life. However, when men lack sufficient stability, the desire for a relationship becomes secondary, further fueling the cycle of frustration and loneliness. As if this were not enough, the influence of digital culture has added a new layer of complexity to relationships in Russia. With the rise of social media and dating apps, expectations around relationships have changed drastically. Many Russian women report that men seem less willing to build something serious, preferring casual or superficial relationships instead. The internet has created an illusion of endless possibilities, making deep and meaningful connections increasingly rare. The future of Russian women and the search for a solution. Given this scenario, an inevitable question arises: what does the future hold for Russian women who seek love? The answer is not simple, but one thing is certain: many are reinventing themselves. The new generation of Russian women, increasingly focused on personal development, career, and the pursuit of happiness outside the traditional model of relationships. If earlier the priority was to get married early and start a family, today many Russian women are rethinking this need and putting their own ambitions first. In addition, a women's independence movement is growing in Russia, where women no longer want to depend exclusively on relationships to feel complete. This change in mindset has been transforming Russian society from the inside out, bringing new perspectives on what it means to be a woman in modern Russia. Some are exploring international careers, others are investing in education and personal development, while many are simply learning to value their own company before seeking a relationship. However, even with this evolution, the struggle is still great. Russia remains a country where marriage and family are seen as fundamental pillars of adult life, and many women still face the dilemma between following their own dreams or fitting into social expectations. The issue is not just about finding a partner, but about redefining what happiness and fulfillment means in today's Russia. Russia is a country of profound contrasts, where tradition and modernity mix in a complex and often challenging scenario. Throughout this video, we explore the reality of millions of Russian women facing loneliness in a country that is ironically known for its family culture and traditional values. What we see here is not just a relationship problem, it is a reflection of the social dynamics, cultural pressures and transformations that Russia has been facing over the years. For many of these women, love has become an enigma, a quest fraught with frustrated expectations and unexpected challenges. Some try to find answers outside of Russia, others redefine their priorities and choose a path of independence, while many remain stuck in a system that seems to offer fewer and fewer options. The fact is that this reality cannot be ignored, and understanding these issues helps us to see Russia beyond the stereotypes, beyond the superficial images that the world usually propagates. But ultimately, what does all this mean? It means that Russia is constantly changing. The new generation of Russian women is resignifying what it means to be a woman in a country of contrasts, challenging norms that seemed uncheckable and opening space for new possibilities. Maybe love in Russia is not disappearing. Maybe it's just reinventing itself. And that's something only time can answer. Now, I want to know your opinion. What do you think of this reality? Do you believe that Russian society will be able to balance tradition and modernity in relationships? Leave your comment below and share your vision on this intriguing topic. And if you want to continue exploring the most fascinating aspects of Russia and the world, already subscribe to the channel, activate the notifications bell, and leave your like so that more people have access to this content. See you in the next video.